Hey y'all, welcome on back. My name is Alex, the Creative Llama, and as always, if you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, that just means you're catching the replay. So if you are catching the replay, just comment hashtag replay. We are going to create a really cute home sign, but we're going to attempt to do the chippy method with our surface wax. Okay, we're gonna see if we can do it. So when you pop on, say hey, hit that heart button and comment the word mantle, M-A-N-T-L-E, and I will send you the info for everything I'm using, including the cutout, okay? So let's go ahead and get this going. I have my board full of tape. Hi, Elizabeth. Board full of tape over here. So I'm gonna move all of these pieces onto this board, and then we're gonna paint our backer board, okay? So we are just going to leave it kind of the same, but happy Thursday, y'all. Hi, Colleen. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope y'all have had a great week. It has been a busy week for me. I got back from my trip, and then I had to go an hour away to the DMV, y'all, because remember my wallet got stolen, and so I had to go get a new license. And that was the first available appointment. Hi, hello, hi guys. So do me a huge favor, hit the heart button and sprinkle the video for me. We are going to paint our base color in white first. My chalk paint is a little thick, so I'm just gonna spray regular water into the bottle and we are gonna mix that up. Hi, hello. Let me pull up my live so I can see comments. Hello, everybody. So let's thin this out. And then we are going to paint this, and then we're actually gonna do the chippy method using our surface wax. We're gonna see if we can do it. I've never done it before, but I usually do it with Vaseline, but we're gonna try it with our wax. So a little bit of white chalk paint, and I am just gonna paint this entire board white. Now, I'm not really concerned about it being absolutely perfect because we're just gonna go over it in black. So just to get that base color and all of that. Our key word today is mantle, M-A-N-T-L-E, and I will send you the info for everything I'm using, including this cutout. I just added this to the website today, and I love this. It comes in 3 different sizes. So this is the medium one. There's a really big one that's like 24 inches long. This one's about 14.5 inches long, and there's one that's 11. All right, get that on here. And it is nice and covered. We're gonna dry this. Let's dry it. Hello, there we go. Are y'all getting the info? Hi, Camille. Let's get this dry, and then we're gonna put our wax on it, okay? Robbie, switch the E and the L. It's M-A-N-T-L-E. Hi, Brandy. If you're new, let us know that you're new. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Nancy. I appreciate it. If you are new, welcome. My name is Alex. I live in the San Antonio, Texas area. Hi, Trudy. Hi, Denise. Hi, Miss Linda. Well, we're going to get this dry. The color, so typically with white, what I tell y'all is I usually do like 2 or 3 coats of white to make sure it's nice and solid. But we're gonna do the chippy method. So hi, Tracy. So my white doesn't need to be absolutely perfect because we're just gonna paint a color right on top. Y'all check out the pinned comment, M-A-N-T-L-E. I know, it gets a little confusing. Hi, Linda. Hi, Phyllis. Hello. Okay, so that is nice and dry. Let me wipe this up. Hi, Marcy. There you go, Miss Robbie. That's the correct way to spell it. I know. I probably should have picked an easier word. One that people don't get like the E and the L switched around, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our surface wax. This, when you comment the word mantle, this is gonna be in the second link, okay? Now, typically what I do with my chippy is I use Vaseline, okay? I wanted to test a little method and see if we can use our surface wax, which I'm pretty sure we can. But here's the thing, is my surface wax is pretty dry for whatever reason. So hi Myra, I'm gonna heat it up and kind of get it way softer. Way softer, get it way, more, way softer. Just get it softer, I guess. We're gonna soften it up. There we go. There's my words, y'all. I cannot think today. Soften it up to where it's like melting. And I am going to take my wax applicator. And what I want to do is I just want to add this to the edges. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. I'm just adding this to the edges, and then I am gonna add a little bit, some streaks in the middle, okay? Way softer is good. There you go. Still did not get it. I'm not sure, Miss Robbie, if you received another message from me on this live already, then it won't get sent. I don't know if that makes sense, but all right, so we're gonna just do the edges, y'all. I don't know if this is gonna turn out, but we're trying. We're trying something new, okay? We're seeing if we can do the chippy method with our wax, okay? So now I'm gonna go in with black acrylic paint, and we are just gonna cover this up. And so we are gonna do the chippy, so we'll let this dry while we're painting the other stuff, and then we'll see how it works. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more black acrylic paint. Miss Robbie, if you, I'll post the link in the VIP group. So y'all, if you're not in the VIP group, comment the word mantle, and then there'll be a link that says join my free groups. Go join my cutout group and join my VIP group, and I will post the link to purchase this after my live. It's also in there in the message, but some people have a hard time finding it for whatever reason. So, all right, we're going in with black acrylic paint, just covering all that up, and we will chip off the wax here in a second. Yeah. What is the chippy method? I'm going to show you in just a second, Miss Nancy. We're going to let this dry while we're painting our other pieces, and then we'll come back to this, okay? So we're going to set this to the side where I can't make a mess, but y'all know me. Everything is always a mess around here. Hi, Rachel. All right, let's wipe this up. Y'all, this glass mat is the bomb. I always talk about it. It is my favorite craft room accessory because you can wipe all your paint right off. Hi, Bambi. All right. So now we're going to take all of the other pieces, and we're actually going to paint the majority of this white, okay? So we're going to paint, let me switch this around. We're going to paint all the words and the lettering white, and then we're going to paint this in one of the green colors I have. We might do pesto or moss or meadow. I don't know yet. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take a little mini sponge brush. Hi, Lee. Hi, Tammy. I have not seen you on in a while, girlfriend. I hope you're doing well. We're going to take a little mini sponge brush. That is also linked in the message, and I'm just going to dab off that extra, and we are going to paint the lettering. Now, the makeup sponge does work, but y'all, I'm trying this out, and I think I might like this better than the makeup sponge method. That's just me. But you can kind of, I find that it's a little bit easier to kind of paint rather than the makeup sponge, because sometimes if I'm dabbing it, it gets a little crazy. But I need to practice a little bit more because I am getting the paint on the side of the cutout, which is what I want to avoid. All right, we are gonna have to do a couple coats of this. All right, we got that. Hi, Carol. Hello. I'm so glad you caught me too. I'm so glad you caught me live too, Miss Connie. How is everybody doing? How was y'all's week? Are you excited that it's almost the weekend? Are you ready for the time change? I am ready for it to stay lighter later. I hate that it gets dark so early. It just drives me nuts. Hi, Miss Debbie. There you go, Miss Pamela. So this is in that keyword mantle. Okay, it comes in 3 sizes. I think one is like 4 1/4 or 4 3/4 and 11 inches. This one is 5 and 14 inches. And then I have one that's 10 and 24 inches. But I think this is going to be really, really pretty as long as our chippy method works out for us. I have not messed around with the chippy method a whole lot, but we're trying something new. Yeah, you're ready too, Miss Bambi. I am so ready. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for the time change. I'm ready for it all. All right, we're going to put that to the side. Let's do, I'm trying to think. Let's do moss. The only thing is I don't like to lose. I know. Ready for it. Her cat isn't, her feet are, oh no. I don't mind the time change, but my body doesn't like it. It takes, I know. Miss Linda, it usually takes me like way longer than a week to get used to it. All right, so I'm going in with the color Moss, and I'm using my little sponge brush. I'm gonna dab off the extra in the lid, and we are going to paint this right on. We're probably gonna have to do a couple of coats of the moss. But now I'm kind of thinking, should we have done a brighter green? I don't know. I'm ready for the time change. I know. I wish they would just keep it the way that it is. Is it called spring forward? Yeah, it's spring forward, right? So we're losing an hour of sleep, but we're gaining an hour-ish of light. I'm ready for it. Okay, y'all. I really like painting with these. Like a whole lot. Like a lot. Okay? All right, let's go in with our white again. I'm just gonna pick a little bit up and we're just gonna do a second coat. I think 2 coats, we should be good here. But y'all, the painting is the longest part of this whole process. Once we're done with this, we are going to do we're gonna chip off where we put the wax on our backer board. And then we're gonna glue everything together and then we're done. It's a really quick and simple life. So do me a huge favor, hit the heart button. I got these off of Amazon. If you comment the word mantle, they are linked in that message. I think it's the last link in the message. I put a link in there for you. Amazon. I got them from Amazon. So comment the word mantle, okay? My page will send you a message. Read the whole message. I think the 4th link in the message is the link to the mini sponge brushes. Did you get, I did. I sure did, Miss Sue. Right off of good old Amazon. All right, so we're gonna do a second coat on these. I got a little heavy-handed. My paint got on the side, but we're gonna just live with it. This is a sign for me. And I always tell y'all, if you do get paint on the edges and you don't like that look, take a black paint pen and just go over the edges and it'll clean it right up. Yay, Miss Debbie. I saw your post. I need to approve it in the group. But yes, that's the right size to answer your question. All right, we're gonna go back in with our moss. A second coat of this. You can use whatever green you would like. I also wanna make this with a white background. So I might do a reel with that, just to kind of give y'all different options. Hi, Lorna. Okay, so here are all of our pieces except for our heart. I'm going to show you the color of the month this month, okay? Thank you for sprinkling. Yes, y'all, we are Chrissy. It's M-A-T-L-E. Did I spell it wrong? I don't know. Did I spell mantle wrong? It's probably, par for the course with me. So color of the month is the color Bite Me, okay? So this is a shimmer red. It's comparable to Candy Apple. Y'all, it is a bright, bright red. So this is a color that you could only snag on my Chalk website when you spend $75 or more. And if you become a Perks member, you actually will save 30% off of this and get a free toolkit if you spend $75. So it's worth it, y'all. Thank you for sharing. So this is the color Bite Me. This is gonna be perfect for patriotic stuff. I'm really excited about this color. I'm just gonna paint it. It is a shimmer red, y'all, and look how beautiful that paints. Sometimes our shimmers don't paint super well, but this one paints beautifully. So if you have not snagged this color, you're gonna want to get it before it sells out, because once it's gone, y'all. I spelled it right. Okay, thank you. Let's dry it. Y'all, it's so glittery. Hold on, let me dry it. That way I don't get my fingers in it. But it paints very, very pretty. I don't know if y'all can see the sparkle. I know. So like I was saying, Perks members actually can get the color of the month at 30% off when they hit the threshold in their cart. So it's worth it. Hi, Stephanie. All right, let's pull this back out. Let's dry these really quickly. I meant to do that before we painted the hearts. We're gonna get this all dry. We're gonna pull it off, and then we're just gonna glue everything, and then y'all, we are pretty much done. So hit the heart button. Make sure you hit the follow button. That little blue number behind me will move. And then also, make sure you're signed up for live notifications. So if you comment !notify, you'll get a message every time I go live. It's spelled either way. Okay, there you go, Miss Chrissy. Yes, you sure do. It's so pretty. I cannot wait to use that for patriotic stuff. All right. So I'm going to pull this off. Now I'm going to be really careful with my lettering because I don't want to break them. Okay. Pull all of this off. Is the Perks a different price than the membership price? I know it said $20 a month, but wasn't sure if it was 2 different amounts or just 20 altogether. So Miss Kelly, as a Perks member, you pay $20 a month, flat. You pay the $20 a month and you get that back in product credit. So you get $20 back in product credit, and then you get the 30% off. So it's just $20 flat each month. I hope that answers your question. But it's totally worth it if you love chalk. Like, I wish they had it when I was around, because if you don't want to do designer and you don't want to sell and you don't want to do lives, but you love to craft with the chalk stuff, then Perks member is for you. Okay, so I'm going to take this scraper that I got off of Amazon, and we are going to scrape up the edges. But I need to make sure this is dry. Yes, Miss Chrissy. So Club was like in the past, it was like a membership program, right? You wanted to be a Club member. Now they're kind of transitioning Club to being a product that you can purchase or that you can subscribe to, whereas Perks member is going to be a membership. So if you become a Perks member, you can get the Club, you can subscribe to Club at your 30% off, which I think it makes it like 17 bucks or something like that, rather than the $21.99. So as a Perks member, you can get your Club at 30% off. But I gotta be careful not to heat up the wax too much, because remember, with a putty knife, yeah, this one says scraper. But I don't want to heat up my wax too much because it's gonna get back to that liquid form. So Miss Chrissy, I hope I answered your question. If I didn't, just ask me another question. I'm more than happy to help and answer questions. Okay, I wanna make sure that this dries. Mantle. Switch the E and the L, Miss Ruthie. I should have picked a different word. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so we're gonna go in with our scraper, and I am just going to kind of scrape up where the edges were and where I put my wax. Okay, I'm gonna try to be very careful, but that's kind of what the look I'm getting. Okay, obviously the more wax you put, the more it's gonna scrape, but I'm just trying to, we're just trying this out. I don't know if it's, that's okay. Switch the E and the L, Miss Ruthie. M-A-N-T-E, M-A-N-T-L-E. Oh my goodness. I'm getting myself confused. All right, we're gonna scrape this. Now y'all, if you're a chippy like expert, don't judge me. I have not done this maybe but one other time other than this. Okay, so we're kind of getting that rough edge, and I'm just gonna kind of go in. And so what the wax is doing is it's making it to where the paint didn't stick there too well and able to chip off. I don't know if we're gonna like this. We may not like the final look, and that's okay, y'all. We're trying something new. So did the dock away with the club? I don't know what that means. Did the dock away? I don't know what that means. Hi, Cindy. I'm in Texas too, obviously. I live in the San Antonio area, and we're trying the chippy method. I've only done this one other time, so no one come for me. And I think I got most of it off. We're gonna see how this looks. I don't know. Hi, Shauna. No, club is still, you can still get club. You can still get the club. All right. So the board is scored. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but the board is scored. So you know exactly where to glue all of your pieces. Ooh, y'all, I think I'm gonna love this. Now, we might need to repaint the wreath. We might need to repaint the wreath. Yay, Miss Cindy, you signed up for perks. That's amazing. That is so exciting. I love the perks. All right. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like, and then we're gonna glue. I kind of love the chippy method on this. A gathering, okay. So it says home, a gathering of the people we love. What do we think so far? Do we think that the green should be lighter? I think it's a little too dark. Let me know. Should we change the color of the wreath or should we leave it? While we're talking about that, how much do you have to spend to get the new color? So as a regular retail customer, you would need to spend $75 on the website to be able to add it to your cart. If you become a Perks member, it'll be at your 30% off. So you won't have to spend $75. It'll be a little less. Keep the green. Okay. Hi, Pat. Lighter, leave it, change it. Ooh, y'all. Keep the green. Lighter, leave it. Okay, so I don't know. So I'm using stick fast glue. Sorry, y'all. I've been, if you don't know, I've been gone for like a week and a half. I was on a trip in Jamaica, and I've only done one other live since I've been back. So I'm a little out of the loop with lives. I'm a little rusty right now. Maybe the green and add some lighter green. Keep the green. Maybe just add some white. Oh, we could do some white accents. I like that idea. Good idea. Okay. So using stick fast glue. This is also linked in the message. I always get so many questions about the glue. This one is linked directly in the message, so you don't even have to go click on my Amazon favorites. It's right there. Okay. Let's see, maybe add some lighter green, highlights of the lighter green on the darker. Y'all, I'm not the best at like adding finishing touches. I get a little over excited, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna take my mini sponge brush, and this is what I like to do when I'm doing these more intricate cutouts and trying to glue them, okay? Because I don't want to put my glue on the back and then put it down, because then the glue will seep out underneath and you'll be able to see it. So what I like to do is take my stick fast glue, put it on the sponge brush, and then we are going, I actually put way too much, and we are just going to rub it on the back all over, okay? And then we're just going to line it up and push down. So we don't have to go even more. No, Miss Robbie. So you have to, it's at your 75%, or it's at your 30% off, I believe. But this month, as Perks members, if you spend $75, you do get a free toolkit. And that's only for Perks members. So I can't even get the free toolkit as a designer. So same thing, just be careful, y'all, because the stick fast glue will stick. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I got them done before I left. And this is my favorite color to get. It's my fave. All right, adding that glue to the back. That way it does not seep out from underneath. Same thing, little bit of glue. But y'all, I love these because you can just throw them away when you're done. I think it comes in a pack of like 500 for like 10 bucks. And I have not even gone through like a quarter of them. Okay. Going over it. A little bit more glue. Hi, Cynthia. Are the swabs used once or they're a one-time use? I wouldn't want to wash these. One-time use, I would say. You could try to wash them, but I think the felt part would kind of fall apart on you. But try it and see. You never know. What glue are you, what are you using to put the glue on? Another game changer like the glass mat. These are little mini like makeup brushes, but I'm calling them like little sponge brushes. I got off of Amazon. I recently started using these to paint and I love it. And they're on my Amazon. They're also linked in the message. I feel like I've said that a million times, but people come in and out, you know? Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sharon. All right, last one. Adding a little bit more glue. I'm just gonna go over the back. And then we're gonna add this to our board. Okay. Yay, Melinda. Okay, here's our sign so far. What do we think? Hi, Elizabeth. You're fine, Miss Stephanie. I don't see a link. Cindy, comment the word mantle, M-A-N-T-L-E. If you want to double check the spelling, it's in the pinned comment at the bottom. Check that. And when you comment that, my page will send you a message. And then, y'all. Yeah, I think it needs to be brighter. I think I'm going to change it to a brighter green, y'all. I don't like how dark it is. So let's change that really quickly. Let me put this to the side. We're going to use, okay. Y'all tell me. So this is sage, right? This is sage. It's a lighter green, or we have meadow. Which color should we do the wreath? Sage or meadow? What do y'all think? All right. Sage, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Love it. What size is the one you're doing? This one is the 5 3/4 by 14 3/4. Sage, sage, sage. Okay, sage it is. Sage is the winner, y'all. Okay, let me close this up. Let's get this back out and we're gonna repaint this really, really quickly, okay? Now, if you don't like the color sage and you like the color that I used, keep that, okay? I personally want it, I got way too much on there. I personally want it to be a little bit lighter. And you know what? Some of that darker color is gonna come through, but we might have to do a couple of coats to get this, okay? Y'all, I'm loving painting with this little tool. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a couple of coats. Get this on here. There we go. Let's dry it and let's do a different one. Oh, Brenda, I just saw your comments. I should have done that. That would have been a good idea. Leave it dark and light. Okay, let me dry it and then y'all can tell me what y'all think. Because there are some dark streaks in here. All right, so let me show y'all. Pull this up. Let me clean it up just really quickly. I'm gonna use this little stylus. Okay, so here's kind of what I have. It's not completely covered. You can still see some of that dark green through it. So let's check it out. Let's see what we think. Let's see. Ooh, okay, yeah, I like that. Oh, darn, y'all. I just got green on there. Of course I did. Of course I did. You like it? Add a little dark to it. Well, Miss Donna, I don't know how long you've been on. I had it darker green before. Let me wipe this up. Okay, y'all, I don't know what I did. I take that back. I know what I did. I got way too heavy-handed with the paint and I didn't take up all the excess. So then it's kind of in little crevices. So I'm just using this little stylus tool. I think this came from Dollar Tree. But do we like that? Streak some dark on it. Let's see. Y'all are really testing me here. Y'all are really trying to get me outside my comfort zone. Should we add some dark green? I don't know. Like distress with the dark green. Yeah. I know, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. No, wipe it a little bit more so some of the dark shows. Okay. So the great thing is I painted with the chalk paste, so I can take a wipe and kind of wipe up some of the paste. And let's just see what we think. So maybe it's not so bright, but there is a little bit more of that darker color. So if I'm doing it the way that you don't like it, that's totally okay. If you do this project, make it how you want to. You do not have to create the thing just like me. Okay. So there's a little bit more dark green in there. Do we like that better? Oh yeah, I like that better. Yep. All right. I think I saw someone who asked what kind of glue I'm using. It's stick fast glue. Everyone is different, exactly. Everyone has their own preference. Remember, I'm here just to kind of inspire you, and then you do you. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put the stick fast on this little mini sponge brush, and I'm gonna rub this all over the back because I do not want to put the glue on the back and it seep out from underneath. Yeah, you do you. Yeah, exactly. We all do our own thing. That's okay. Okay. And then I am gonna just put the glue directly on here. And y'all, we are done skis. So hit that heart button, sprinkle the video, comment mantle, M-A-N-T-L-E. Read the message that I send you because it has the link to everything. But there are 3 different size. Ah, look at that. Oh gosh, that moved. Hold on. It's not dry yet. Hold on. My now fit. Yeah. I rarely use my glue gun now. I'm obsessed with this stick fast glue. It is wonderful. Put a couple of lines on the heart would make it pop. Let's see. Well, let me see if I can find my pen. I'm not going to do lines, but I'm going to do some dots. Okay, but this will come, it comes in 3 different sizes. This is the middle size. So this one is, I think 5 3/4 by 14 3/4. I have one that's a little bit smaller, and then I have one that's quite a bit bigger. It's 10 inches tall and 24 inches long. So if you want to put it on, a mantle, like, and have it be a big part of your mantle, then get the bigger one. I was trying to do it, so. All right, so I am just gonna add a couple of little dots. You don't have to do this if you don't like it, but I don't like that. I regret that decision. I don't like that. We're taking it off. I don't know. Hold on. Okay, that's not so bad. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do we like the dots or should I take them off? I'm not loving it. Decisions. All right. I also included in the link, we have these new stands. This one's a little bit too big for this guy. There is a smaller one, but you also have the stands. Hi, Sandy Brown. Looks good. Okay, so y'all like it. So let me get in there and I'm going to show it to y'all up close. But there it is, y'all. Maybe lines, not dots. Yeah. I might change it after my live. But there it is, y'all. I love this. What do y'all think? The dots are fine. Do it your way. Yeah. I stinking love this. So I will post the link up in my VIP group. It is already posted in my cutout group. Do it all the way around. Okay, Miss D. I mean, I can always wipe it off. So like if I don't like it, y'all, it's not the end of the world. Okay, here comes Miss D with, you know, her common sense suggestion that I didn't think of, which I think I'm loving it. Oh, yeah. I like that better. Yep. There it is. Common sense, duh, connect them, Alex. I think that looks so much better. But there it is, y'all. So we are going to pick a winner. So if you are new here, I pick a winner at the end of every live to win some Happy Meal from me. It's a mystery cutout, okay? Didn't get the message. Try, ooh, Miss Cindy, what is going on? There we go. I think you should have gotten it now because I can see that my little robot hit the heart button or the like button. So I do a giveaway at the end of every live. So do me a huge favor, hit the heart button and sprinkle the video and hit the follow button so our little counter behind me does move. And then one last thing is make sure you're signed up for notifications. So if you comment exclamation point notify, just like this, Facebook will send you a message via Facebook Messenger next time I'm live. And that way you won't ever miss a live with me, okay? It's NDF, Miss Tammy. Boone is doing pretty good. He is back to his old crazy self. He's been barking up a storm all day. He's been, you know, doing the neighborhood watch out the window. So he is back to himself. I have to take him to the vet to get his staples removed, but he's good. Yay, thank you. All right. One last look at the color of the month. It's a shimmer red. Go grab it. Perks members, you can get it at your 30% off. And here we go. Let me refresh my screen and we will pick a winner. But y'all, the chippy method does work with our surface wax. All you need to do is just soften it and then apply it to your surface, which is what we did. All right, here we go. And our winner is, let's see. I'm gonna scroll. Miss Cindy Roach. Miss Cindy Roach, are you here, my friend? Miss Cindy Roach. What is the glue you use? It is stick fast glue. So Miss Tammy, if you comment the word mantle like Miss Jan did, M-A-N-T-L-E, this is linked in that message. It's the third link in the message. We're gonna see if Miss Cindy's here, and if she's not, we're gonna try one more time. Try M-A-N-T-L-E. Next time I won't, I'll pick a different word next time because people spell it different ways. So that's on me. Okay, I don't think Miss Cindy's here, so I'm gonna pick another person. Let me refresh. Cindy Roach, if you're here, say here, girlfriend. All right, let's pick another winner. Let's go with Miss Denise Wingler. Miss Denise, are you here? And if neither one of them are here, then no one wins today. Yeah, make sure you get the thick. There's a thin and there's a thick. Get the thick one. I've never purchased the thin one, so I don't know. I'm sure it's a lot thinner because it's called thin. I'm just assuming, but get the thick one. Yay, Miss Denise. Miss Denise, do me a huge favor. Send a message to the page saying like, hey, I won with your mailing address, and I will get your winnings out to you by tomorrow, okay? But there it is. I love this so stinking much. Go grab it. It comes in 3 different sizes, okay? Y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm hoping to be on tomorrow at some point. If not, I will be back on Sunday, okay? Y'all have a great rest of your night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.